Hi guys, welcome back to another Bourbon Santa video. Today we're doing 2019 Bookers, all four, and we're going to see which one is the reigning champion from a year that really didn't matter. 2020 seems like the big year, right? Anyway, first up we have, oh, I got them backwards. Oh, I have them in the right order for this. First up we have Teresa's batch, which is 62.95%. And then we have Shiny Barrel Batch, which is 62%. Then the venerable, much loved Country Ham, 62.35. And then we have Beaten Biscuits, another fan favorite, 63.05. So let's run through them and run back the other way and pick a winner. Teresa's batch. Now, my first bottle of Teresa's batch, I did not love it. It was very ethanol forward, very sharp, and it was probably one of my least favorite bottles of Booker's I think that I've ever had. So let's see if this bottle is the same or if I just had a weird bottle. Interesting. This doesn't smell the way I remember Teresa's batch smelling. It is a little sharp. It is a little ethanol forward. But this bottle, that's really interesting. I wonder if there's a wide variance from bottle to bottle of Booker's. That's quite odd, because in the previous video I had one bottle that was different than I remember it as well. Anyway, this one is a bit sharp. It is more ethanol forward than normal, but it has a really nice fruit note, and it's like red table grape kind of fruit note. Maybe a little plummy. There's some vanilla there. A little bit of cinnamon, a little spiciness. You don't need to bark or whine just because the dog outside is barking. Just because he's out in the rain, he's not going to die. He had to go pee. We'll let him back in soon. Yes, it's spicy. It is on the sharp side. It's not quite how I remember it, though. I remember it being very, very, very ethanol forward, very spiky. Let's taste it. Very spiky, very unbalanced, very spicy. Yeah, it's still one of my least favorite Bookers of all time. It's odd. I mean, how does that happen? I mean, is this kind of the territory we were in with the one batch that didn't live up to standards from 2020 and then they had to scrap the whole batch? You know, that is just a very off-profile Booker's. Super sharp, super imbalanced, super rough around the edges. Other than a huge swell of spice, you really don't get much palate-wise, flavor-wise. It's just you're so overwhelmed with all that spice. Let me taste it one more time. Going back to the nose, you get a little breadiness, but still tons of cinnamon, tons of spice. A little bit of cinnamon bread on the palate. Maybe a hint of like cocoa powder. Yeah, not one of my favorite Bookers ever. So next up is Shiny Barrel Batch. Now Shiny Barrel Batch has a bit of a funky rye note that does make it kind of stand out. It again is off-profile Bookers, similar to Teresa's batch. Not that they're similar, but both off-profile. There's a little bit of circus peanuts And that funky rye note. The palate hits a little. It's got an odd rye note, a little cola-ish. It's like rye cola. Yeah, that's an odd note. Yeah, another off-profile Booker's. Not another one of my favorites. It's okay. It's not terrible. It's interesting because it's different, but it's not a standout Booker's either. So, on to what a lot of people in the bourbon community say is one of the best Booker's ever. Country Ham. And I know my buddy Dave would agree that he thinks this is the best Booker's ever. Oh, such a nice nose. Interestingly, though, it has a bit of a cola note too, but this one is not like a rye cola note. It's like a cherry cola note. Nice cinnamon, nice like French toast note. The rye is there, of course. Creamy, super creamy. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a great one. Ooh, yes. Super creamy, super mouth-watering, very oily. I almost got a hint of a peach note right in the middle of the palate. On the front of the tongue, it's cooling, like a little bit of menthol, and then it goes into that weird, almost peachy note aftertaste on your tongue. Super viscous, really sweet, vanilla, cherry, caramel. Oof. That's a good one. That's a good one. On to 04, which is Beaten Biscuits, another fan favorite. Oh, howdy. This has a lot of similarities to Country Ham, but it's also giving me like a caramel and chocolate, almost a Snicker bar note, because it's got that peanuts in there too. It's like milk chocolate and nougat and caramel and peanuts. It's like literally a Snickers bar. There's still some of that cherry cola note from Country Ham. Very oily as well. Oh, we're gonna have a little competition here. I don't know that I've ever A/B compared Beaten Biscuits and Country Ham to each other. I honestly went into this kind of figuring that Country Ham was going to take the show. But now that I'm here, we're going to have to A/B these things. Interesting. Let me see something. 6 years, 6 months. 6 years. That's interesting. There's only 2 months of difference. Actually, almost 3 months of difference between the Country Ham, which is younger, and Beaten Biscuits. But interestingly, I can tell that Beaten Biscuits is older on the nose. That's really strange. I mean, it's such a small difference that it shouldn't be perceptible on the nose. I mean, a couple months. But I can smell it. This is a little rounder. This is a little sharper. The rye notes in Country Ham show up a little more. It's a little spicier. So if that's your thing, maybe the spice on this would be what sells it for you. This is a little prettier. Oh, wow. That's hard. Wow. This is a lot harder choice than I thought it was going to be. Okay, I think on the nose alone, Beaten Biscuits takes it. Yes, I think so. Beaten Biscuits takes it on the nose. But Country Ham takes it on the palate. I think I have to give it to Country Ham. Country Ham's finish. Country Ham's palate is a little bit better, more interesting, more complex. And the finish goes longer than Beaten Biscuits. And the finish is really nice. So I'm going to have to give it to Country Ham. But Beaten Biscuits put up a way bigger fight than I thought it was going to. Dang. Well, there you go. Country Ham's the winner. And it joins the rest of the winners so far. So this is our fourth one. We have to do 2020 yet. And then we start figuring out our grand champions. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, have a great day.